All right, team, let's dive in. Today, we're going to talk about something that I think is one of the most important skills you can develop in your career in AI. And that's how to actually implement solutions within a specific domain context. Honestly, this is the talk I wish someone had given me when I was just starting out.
Every one of us hits this point. And look, this isn't about saying the old way was wrong or bad. It's about facing the fact that the entire landscape, the ground beneath our feet, has completely shifted. AI is that shift. And it's forcing us to level up our game, to move from just building cool models to strategically weaving them into the fabric of the real world.
And I really want to be crystal clear on this point. Your domain knowledge, your gut feelings, your professional judgment, all of that is more valuable right now than it has ever been. What's changing is how we use that expertise. This is all about taking what you know and making it 1,000 times more powerful, more precise. Okay, so let's break this down. When we say implementation in domain context, what are we really talking about? Well, we're talking about having a 360-degree view of the world. It's just not enough anymore to be the tech genius in the corner. Real leadership in this field comes from blending that technical skill with a deep, deep understanding of the business, the people involved, and yeah, the real-world messy constraints that we all have to deal with.
I cannot say this enough. You can build the most beautiful, most accurate model the world has ever seen. But if it doesn't actually solve a business problem, if your users don't trust it, or if it's impossible to implement, what's the point? It's just a trophy on a shelf. A solution that ignores its context isn't just a waste of time, it can actually create brand new risks. Success is so much bigger than just a number on a leaderboard. And that brings us to maybe the most important point of all. The human element is not some nice to have, it's everything. Every single successful AI project is designed around the people who have to use it every day. You've got to ask yourself, how does this fit into their workflow? What happens when the AI messes up? Because, let's be honest, it will. And how do we build systems that empower people's judgment instead of trying to replace it? Trust isn't built on perfection. It's built on knowing you have a reliable tool with clear limits. So how do we actually do this? How do we get our arms around all this complexity? Well, we use a framework. It's built on these 4 pillars. Think of them as your guide, a structured way to tackle these big, hairy challenges, so you can stop just putting out fires and start acting strategically. Let's walk through them. First up, strategic thinking. This is all about playing chess, not checkers. It's easy to get bogged down in solving today's urgent problem, but strategic thinking means lifting your head up and asking, how does the thing I build today set us up for success a year from now, or even 5 years from now? Okay, next up, and this one's huge, stakeholder perspectives. Look, on any real project, you're going to have different groups with different needs, and a lot of the time, those needs are going to clash. The finance team wants to save money, the ops team wants things to be faster, and the legal team wants zero risk. A great AI professional doesn't pretend these conflicts don't exist. You bring them out into the open and lead a grown-up conversation about the trade-offs. And that flows perfectly into understanding your organizational context. Every single company is its own little universe, right? It has a unique culture, certain technical skills, more lack thereof, budget limits, and yeah, even office politics. Your job is to build a solution for the organization you have, not the perfect one you read about in a textbook. Ignoring this is probably the fastest way to see your project fail. So, just for a second, I want you to think about this. What is your organization's context? Is it agile and ready for big changes? Or does it need to move more slowly? Do you have the data you need? The talent? Being brutally honest about these questions is absolutely fundamental. And our final pillar, the one that ties it all together, is continuous learning. I mean, come on, this field is moving at lightning speed. The people who really succeed, the leaders, are the ones who know that they don't know everything. They are always learning, not just about the new shiny tech, but about where that tech breaks down, what its limits are. That kind of intellectual humility, it's an absolute superpower. Okay, so that's the framework, our 4 pillars. It all sounds good in theory, right? But what does this actually look like on a Tuesday afternoon when you're just trying to get your work done? How does it really change things?
Well, this slide makes it pretty tangible, doesn't it? Think about your workday. Before, maybe you spent hours slogging through manual reviews, making calls based on gut feelings. Afterwards, the AI does the heavy lifting, the boring stuff. It flags only the tricky cases that actually need your expert brain. Your judgment isn't gone, it's focused. It's supercharged, applied only to the hardest problems. And now it's backed by data patterns you could never have spotted on your own.
So here's the key takeaway. The person who really thrives in this new world isn't doing less work. They're doing better work. They're focusing their incredible human expertise on the things that AIs are terrible at: complex judgment, creative solutions, and big picture strategic thinking. That's where the real value is.
And let me give you a piece of advice, a common trap I see people fall into all the time. The goal is not 100% automation. Sometimes the smartest, most strategic move you can make is to purposefully keep a human in the loop for quality control, for building trust, for handling that one tricky exception. Don't just automate for the sake of it. Be smart. Be strategic. So let's bring it all home. This integrated approach, this is the whole shebang. Mastering how to blend strategic thinking with empathy for your stakeholders, with practical, on-the-ground wisdom, and a real commitment to always be learning, this is what will set you apart. This is how you build things that actually work in the messy, complicated real world. I want to leave you with this final question. We've talked a lot today, and if there's one thing I hope you remember, it's that your expertise is your single greatest asset. So the real question is, after everything we've covered, how are you going to apply it differently tomorrow? How are you going to use it not just with more power, but with more wisdom?